In this session, we are going to see about the concept of formatting operator in Python. So how to format in a different manner, it is how to format the strings in a different manner, that we are going to see it. So basically, what is the string formatting operator they are using as percentage. So this is a symbol that is used for string formatting. So how this can be used? Let's see this example. So in this example, so what is given? My name is percentage yes and weight is percentage d kg. So here this is a string which consists of two formats. One which will replace with string and another one has to be replaced by integer. So here comes, so these two formats can be given in a single part with the help of these formatting operator. Okay. So normally what we are giving, the two values just we are giving here, these two values are combined as a single part with the help of this percentage operator. So using this percentage, then what is the first thing, first part, that is string. Okay, so this string is replaced by this percentage s and this integer is replaced with this percentage t. So finally, what is the output that you will get it? My name is Zara and weight is 21 kg. So this is the output that you will get it. So this is a simple way of formatting a strings. So there are so many format symbols that are available. So rather than here in this example, we are using percentage S and percentage D. So in addition with that, there are more format symbols, percentage C. So this refers to a character. And again, you all know that percentage S, that is for string, and percentage I, percentage D, and percentage U. All these represents the integer. Percentage O means it refers to octal integer, and percentage X, that is small x and capital X, refers to the hexadecimal integer. Then percentage E, percentage capital E, F, G, capital G. So all these refers to the floating point number with different types of notation. Okay, so there are so many things that are there, so you can easily understood. So next, what we are going to see is raw strings. So raw strings means it will not follow any format. Just whatever we are giving inside the single quote or the double quote, so that will be printed in the output as it is. So that is the raw string. But normally in normal string, how the output will be displayed means, is there any format is followed in the string means that format is applied in the output. So let's see the difference between a normal string and the raw string. So this is a way of using a normal string, and this is a way of using a raw string. So that is just before the string R should come. So which means that it is a raw string. Okay. So look at this example. So here, whenever something is coming after this backslash means it should be displayed in the output. That is the meaning. So here one backslash is given after the backslash. So which means that in the output the backslash should come. In case here if star comes here means here what will happen? Instead of backslash here star will come. Okay. So instead of this backslash, whatever you are using, just that will be printed. That is the special meaning of backslash, which means whatever is coming after the backslash, that is displayed here. So this format is followed while it is printing the output. This is the way of normal string usage. But you want to display as it is, C:// nowhere, which means you have to use the raw string. The concept is you have to use R before any string. So you will get the output as as it is, / nowhere. No format is applied in this string. So that is the meaning of raw string. Raw string means whatever you are giving it inside the single quote or double quote, it just display as it is. No format, no nothing, any special meaning is applied. So this is one way of formatting string. Next one is Unicode string. Unicode string means here the same thing. Whatever we are giving it as a string, exactly the same string is displayed as output. Only the storage representation is different. that is normal string, it will take only 8-bit ASCII code, but if it is a Unicode string means it will take 16-bit. So that is the difference between the normal string and the Unicode string. So only the storage part it differs. The other thing, the how it is represented in the output means both are same. So only thing is you have to use before you any string. I means you have to use U before any string, which means the representation, how the string is stored means in the form of 16 bits. Okay. So only that is the difference between the normal string and the Unicode string. So these are some basic formatting way of string. So far what we have seen means, we have seen the percentage symbol, right? Different usage of percentage symbol, and then we have seen the raw string, which means you have to display the string as it is without any formatting, means you have to use raw string. Then Unicode string, which means if you want to store in the form of 16-bit code, then you have to use U before any type of string. So these are the basic formatting of strings. Other than these things, there is a special function called format function, which is used for formatting the string. So this is also very, very useful for formatting your strings in a different manner. So here, what is the syntax that is followed is, so this curly braces will be used instead of formats, and then followed by that dot format, then value. So this value will be replaced by this placeholder. So that is the meaning. Okay, so this is called as a placeholder, which is replaced by the value that is passed as parameter inside the format function. So that is the usage here. So let's see this value, what can be passed as value. So it can be an integer or floating point, string, characters, or any variables. Okay. So what can be returned by this function means it returns the string with all the formats that is applied here. So this will return a string with full formatting. What is the format that we have mentioned? So with that format, the string will be returned as output. So that is the usage of format function. So let's see various examples using this different types of formats. So this is a very simple way of using a format function. So look at this example here. Print, inside this print I am using a placeholder, that is curly braces. So this is given in the double quotes, right? So this entire thing is given in the double quotes, which means this is a string dot format, and inside that the value, what should be the value that is replaced by this format. So that is given here. So here I am only using only one value, that is geeks for geeks, right? So this value is replaced by this placeholder. Sorry, replaced in this placeholder. Okay. So let's see an output of this one. So what will be the output? Geeks for geeks will come here, right? So geeks for geeks, a computer science portal for geeks. So that should be displayed as output. Geeks for geeks, a computer science portal for geeks. So let's see another example. So here I am using a string within a double quotes, dot format function is called. The other way is you can store the string in some variable. Then using this variable, you can call the format function. So here I am creating a string in the str variable. So using that str variable, I am calling the function dot format. So here I am passing only one value. So this value is replaced in this placeholder. So what will be coming as output of this statement? This article is written in Python. So that is coming as the output. This article is written in Python. So in the same way, so here what will be the output? So this can be anything, not only a string. This can be an integer, floating point number, character, anything, or any variable. So anything can come as the value inside the format. So here in this example, what will be produced as output? Hello, I am. So what is replaced? 18. So hello, I am 18 years old. So that is coming as output. So look at this. Hello, I am 18 years old. Okay. So far we have seen only one placeholder in the string. We can have multiple placeholder in this string also. So let's see an example. So here, look at this. You can use a multiple placeholder. Okay. So how many placeholders you are used here? That much number of values you should be passed as argument to the format function. So this number of placeholders should match with number of values. So if it doesn't match means this will give you an error. So let's see an example. So this value can be an integer, floating point, a string, characters, anything. It is similar to the above. So number of values passed as parameters in the format function must be equal to number of placeholders that is created in the string. So these two things should match. Number of placeholders and number of values should match each other. So let's see this example. So in this example, how many placeholders I have used here? 1, 2, 3, and then 4, right? So this string is stored in the variable my underscore string. So here using this variable, I am calling the function a format. So here how many values I have to pass it? 4 values I have to pass it actually, right? But here only 3 values are passed. So which means it will give you an index error because so this will search for the 4th value, but it is not actually available. So this will give you an error like this. So index out of range. Okay. So this range is not matching, like that it will come. So to avoid this error, what you have to give? You have to give one more value inside this format function. Okay. So let's correct this. What you will get it? So 1, 2, 3. So only 3 placeholders means 3 values have to be given here. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. So here it will not come and it will not give you any error. So what will be the output for this? Geeks for Geeks is a computer science portal for geeks. So that is displayed as output for this entire statement. So next, what is the next one? Hi, my name is. So here only 2 placeholders there and 2 values are given. So this is tried, right? So hi, my name is user and I am 19 years old. So this will be displayed as output of this print function. So next here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these values are replaced here. So let's see an output. So the first thing you all know that, and the next thing user and 19, and the last one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you understood, right? This single placeholder and the multiple placeholder, right? So whatever the placeholders are there, how many placeholders are there, that much number of values have to be given in the format function. So that is enough. Okay. So next, another way is, so instead of giving an empty placeholders like this, so here you didn't give anything, you are just giving an empty placeholders. So instead of giving that, you can give the position as argument or the keyword as an argument. Okay. So let's see how this can be done. So like this, position you can give it. 0 means it will take the 0th value in the format. So 1 means it will take the 1 value in the format. Okay. So that is the meaning. So let's see an example. So here, let's see this example. So here I am mentioning 0, which means in the format, what is the 0th value? This is geeks for geeks. So here, this will replace the 0th value and this 1 will replace the geeks value. So what is the output? Geeks for geeks love geeks, right? So that is the thing comes here. So next one, you can give it in any order. It need not be in the ascending order, something like that. So in the next statement, you are giving it as 1. So 1 means it will take the first value, right? So somebody is coming. So it will take the first value, right? So what is the first value? Geeks. So here first value is geeks. So what will come? Geeks love geeks for geeks. Okay. So that is the output of this statement. So here, so these things you all know that it's very simple thing as it is you have followed. Here you just look at this one. So here comes 3, right? So 3 means 0, 1, 2. This one is 3. So what will come? Every operating systems should know the use of, what is the second one? Source 0, 1, 2, right? So every operating system should know the use of source, open, programming, and what is 0 thing? Programmer. So that will be printed as out. So whatever the index position that you are given inside the placeholder, that index value is matched, or that index value is replaced by this position, in this position. Sorry. Okay. So this is positional argument. Positional argument with the format operator. Next one is keyword argument. So normally you all know that dictionary part, right? So how the dictionary is represented? Key value pairs. Key is equal to value. So in the same way, inside this format, so if you are using a key equal to some value, instead of giving just a value, you are using a key equal to value means inside this placeholder, instead of index number, you can use the key value. So which means GFG is the key, right? So what is the value of this key? Geeks for geeks. So it will take the value as geeks for geeks is a, what is 0th question? Computer science portal for geeks. So that is displayed as output. So let's look at this. Geeks for Geeks is a computer science portal for geeks. Okay. So these are the different format functions. So first thing, you can give the empty placeholder and single placeholder you can give, or you can have a multiple placeholder, or you can have the position inside the placeholder, and the next one is you can give the keyword inside the placeholder. So these are the ways you can use a different variety of format functions. Okay, and there are another way, that is field name colon conversion. So field names means the index number of the argument of the format method. So what is the index position or the value that is in the format position? Sorry, in the format function. Okay. So next one is this value at this index position is to be converted into what data type? Okay. So that is the thing they have given. So this is the index position of the value inside the format function. This one is that value has to be converted to which data type. So that is the two things. So let's see an example, you will come to know it. S represents to string, D means integer, and the floating point character, and B binary, and O octal, X and capital X refers to hexadecimal. The same thing is followed. Exponent notation means E has to be used. So let's see this example. So in this, here inside the print, the temperature today is 0. This is the field name or field. So here what field name, right? So field name means index number of the argument. So that is given here. So index number of the argument, which means 0th argument. So here only one argument. So that is the 0th argument. So that has to be converted into integer. D refers to what? So D refers to what? Integer, decimal integer. So normally, whenever a data type is converted, if it is converted from smaller to larger means that is automatically done. Okay. So no need to bother about that. But when you are converting the data type from larger to smaller means you have to use the typecasting or type conversion method. Okay. So here, this is the larger data type. This is the value, right? This has to be converted into integer, which means the larger data type float has to be converted into smaller data type. But you are not at all using any conversion here. So this cannot be done. Okay. So that's why it will throw you an error. So here it will throw you an error. So what you have to do? So take this example. Okay. In this example, here what they have given 0:f. 0 means what is 0th value? 100. Okay, this 100 has to be converted into floating data type. So this 100 is an integer data type and this f refers to floating data type. So here small data type is converted into larger data type. So no need to have any problem because smaller is converting into larger. So that is not a problem. So here the error will not come. So what will happen? The output will be 100.0. This site is 100.0, okay, percentage securely. Then 1. What is the 1th position? Encrypted. So what will be the output? This site is 100.0 percentage securely encrypted. So that is the output that is given by this statement. Okay, so smaller to larger, that data type conversion can be done easily, that is automatically, but larger to smaller means you have to use type conversion. Okay, and there is some few more examples. So look at this example. Print my average of this 0. 0 means the first one, semester, and then here this is the index number and then this is a conversion. So here what is the conversion? Dot to f. So floating point value is given. So in this after dot how many decimal places has to come? Only 2 places has to come. So what will be the output? My average of this semester was 78.23. So that will be the output. Okay. So next in this, so here only 0.0 they have given, which means my average of this semester is 78. Okay, that will be coming. Next, so here look at this example. This is something different. So here 0 means it is replaced with binary. So the binary of 100 is, so here this is the index number of the value, that is the first value. What is it? 100. So that should be converted into binary form. So this 100 is converted into binary, that will be coming here in the string. Okay, let's see the output. So the binary of 100 is the binary number of 100. Okay, so in the same way, if you are using octal, so what will happen? This 100 is converted into octal. So what will be the output? The octal of 100 is 144. Okay, so this is another way of applying the formatting in the string. Okay, so next you can use some different operators, that is less than, greater than, and then this center one. Okay, so this less than means it will align the text in the left side. But if you are using this symbol means it will align the text in the center. If you are using greater than means it will align the text in the right hand side. Okay. So by default, how the strings are aligned means left hand side. By default, the numbers are aligned on the right hand side. Okay. That is the default manner. If you want to change the default way, if you want to change it to align in the right hand side, then you can use the greater than symbol. If you want to align it in the center, then you can use the this symbol. Okay, so let's see with some example. So here, so look at this example. Here 0th value, then 4 spaces can be come here. Okay, so look at this output part first, then only you can understand. So here this is a string that is replaced, and then here also the string replaced is this one. So normally the strings are left aligned, right? So here how many spaces can occupy for null spaces means 4. Okay, 4 spaces can be empty if there is any empty space. Okay, but here the string is very lengthy, so there will be no remaining space, right? How many space it will occupy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 14 spaces it will occupy, including null string, right? So in this 14 spaces, this has 14 spaces. So this here it is represented as 4. So there will be no space empty in this. In case if there is any empty space here means So minimum 4 space can be empty, but there is no space to accommodate here. So the entire characters will fill the spaces. Okay. So in this case, if you take 1:8, right? So what is the first value? Geeks. So here, how many width can be there? 8. Okay. 8 spaces can be empty. So here 0th, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many remaining things will be there? So this will take only 0 to 4. The remaining things 5, 6, 7 are there, right? So that is the empty space should come. So look at the output. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remaining 5, 6, 7 is empty. After that only followed by the remaining thing in the output. Right? So after that, after leaving 3 spaces only, this exclamation symbol will come. So now you got it. So in this only 4 spaces they are giving, which means this 4 spaces is filled with the 4 characters. Okay. So there is no empty space will come here. But in this part, 8 spaces they have given. 8 spaces means what is the first? Strings are always left aligned, right? So the first space 0 will occupy 0, 1 will occupy E, and another 2 will occupy E, and 3 will occupy K, and 4 will occupy S. 5, 6, 7 will be empty, followed by that this exclamation symbol will come. So normally the strings are left aligned. So it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that in the position. Okay. But look at this example. Here the strings are, I am using a symbol like this, right? So which means the strings has to be aligned in the center part. So in this I have used the less than symbol, which means the strings has to be aligned in the, what is that? Greater than less than symbol means left aligned. Okay. So here it should align in the, what this geeks for geeks has to be aligned in the center part. There will be having 16 spaces, 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. 16 spaces will be there. Okay. So 16 spaces will be there. So in that 16 spaces, in the center part geeks will be there. Okay. Here 4 spaces will be there. In that 4 spots, the left aligned. Normally the numbers are right aligned, right? If you want to align on the left hand side, you have to use the less than symbol. So let's see the output. Third one, right? So this is the third one. Sorry. So before the last one, right? So before the last one, so this text is aligned in the center part, and this 2009 is aligned on the left hand side, not on the right hand side. Okay. So always the numbers are right aligned, but here I want to make it as a left aligned. So normally the strings are left aligned. I want to make it as the center here. Got it? So here center, and here the number is left aligned. So if you want to fill the empty spaces with some special characters, for example, so far if the length is higher, but the some spaces are empty, not occupying any characters means empty space is given. That empty space has to be filled with some special symbols means you can use that special symbol. Here I am using star, and the alignment is center alignment. Okay. So how many width can be there? 20 spaces can be there. 20 spaces are there for storing this string. Okay. So which means the strings are always left aligned, but here I make it as a center alignment. How many width? Total width is 20. So in that 20, center part is occupied with this text, and the remaining left part and the remaining right part are filled with the symbol star. So let's see the output. So what is the last? The center part is the text given, and the remaining left part and the remaining right part is filled with the special symbol star. Okay. So these are the ways that we can format the strings. And next one is, you can give it like this also. Here I am using the loop, right? So here I am using the loop. I am displaying the values. So first I means it will take the first value, and then the first value has to be multiplied by 2. Here, exponential by 2, exponential by 3, and then exponential by 4. So here I am using this format, which means every value has to give the space as 6 space in between the two values. For example, if I means here in between 6 values has to be 6 spaces has to be given. Then this value will be displayed. After this, 6 spaces will be given, and then this value. So it goes on like this. This is in the organized function. If I am not using any format, just I am using print means how it will look like. Let's see the example. Okay, so I am giving the a value as 3 and b value as 10. So in this function, 3 and 10 is passed. So which means it starts from 3. So it goes on like this: 3 square, 3 cube, 3 power 4. So next value is 4. So 3 to 9 it will take, right? So without formatting, before using formatting, without formatting, so the numbers are aligned in a confused manner, right? So after formatting, how the numbers? The numbers are always right aligned, right? So the numbers are always aligned in a right side part. So how it looks, right? So it looks in a good manner. So these are the different way of formatting the strings, whatever that you are used in your program. So just summarize in few points. So what is the first thing? So the basic way of formatting a string is percentage. Okay. So this percentage can be used to format the string. And the next one is raw strings and then Unicode strings. So after that we have seen format function. So in this format function you can use a single placeholder and then you can use a multiple placeholder. Okay. So and after this what you have seen, format is with positional and the keyword arguments you can do. That is the index number of the value you can give it inside the placeholder, or else you can use a keyword inside the placeholder. So these are the different ways of format function. Apart from that, field name colon conversion. Your value can be converted into another type. So in this example, integer is converted into float, something like that. Okay. Or here the integer is converted into binary. Integer is converted into octet. So your value can be converted into another data type also. And at last what we have seen, the alignment, left alignment, right alignment, how to align it in the center. So there are some special symbols that we can use it. So while aligning, if there is any empty space, you can fill the empty space with some special symbol, star or a hyphen or something like that. Okay. So these are the different way of formatting a strings in Python. Okay. So that's all about this session. Thank you.